Why Infinity Train deserves so much more. Infinity Train is a Cartoon Network turned HBO Max original animated anthology series. The show got 4 incredible seasons but was unfortunately cancelled before it could reach its desired 8-season goal. It was also straight up removed from its home on HBO Max, but that's a whole different can of worms. Now, I truly do hold this show in high regards and consider it one of the best animated programs of the last decade. So what really makes it so good, and why did something that I and so many others perceive as a masterpiece get an undeserved and untimely demise? Infinity Train is a one-of-a-kind cartoon that utilizes its mature theming and anthology-type layout in all the best ways. It follows its anthology direction super well by presenting great different stories with a different set of characters come each new season. The characters are all super well written, and each season's story is intriguing and filled with numerous mysterious elements. I'd even dare to say that it's the best mystery anthology series since The Twilight Zone. With that being said, Infinity Train managed to do something that was unique and special with what it was able to have. It's up there as one of the best, most mature, modern franchises that Cartoon Network has ever had. Which, let me tell you, that is a rare breed. Outside of Steven Universe, Teen Titans, Adventure Time, and maybe Gumball, which might have all pretty much ended, cartoons on the platform nowadays just can't appeal to the more mature and older audience of people like me and many others. Its risky but well-executed mature toning that sets the show apart as one of the best, unfortunately was also the root of its premature downfall. Cartoon Network saw its brand as one that appeals to a young audience, and Infinity Train just, quote, didn't have a child entry point. Now, if you ask me, the higher-ups of Cartoon Network, and also Warner Bros., don't quite understand their audience and the potential they have in Infinity Train. While it is true that the cheaply written cash grab cartoons with bright colors and no real overarching storyline are beloved by the youth today, it's also true that many young people are invested and can handle more mature stories with a more in-depth plot. Infinity Train wouldn't have become the worldwide phenomenon it is today and receive over 30,000 signatures on change.org petitioning to renew the show if that was not the case. Owen Dennis knows for sure that he and his team have more stories to tell in the world of Infinity Train, and despite the assumption that the show is too out of place on the platform, I guarantee that if a 5th season were to make its way to the public, it would be a massive hit. If you weren't aware, Infinity Train's pilot originally aired on Cartoon Network's YouTube channel back in 2016, and it almost immediately obtained a mass following. Fans latched onto the pilot because of its approach to its story, how it just threw you around to a mysterious train with a girl who had a number on her hand of unknown origin or reasoning. Even with the just 8.5 long-minute pilot episode, people across the globe fell in love with the concept Dennis was displaying. So, even though Infinity Train was cancelled by Cartoon Network and then later removed by Warner Bros., it is still widely beloved and has a value and life behind it. Dennis went on to share that Book 4 was intended as a bridge-type season into the following one, and that he is eager to produce more content. He went on to say, quote, maybe someday we'll be able to make more, I don't know, but for the foreseeable future this is going to be the last season and I hope you all have a good time watching it. So while things look pretty grim, it's no question that the creator, as well as thousands of fans, appreciate and love this incredibly crafted animated show that ended right before our eyes. The show really is so very great, and that is why Infinity Train deserves so much more.